In this video, I want to talk to you guys about 7 things I wish I would have known personally before I got started on YouTube. I'm not going to waste your time. Let's jump into it. And as always, I got my notes to keep myself organized because y'all know I like to ramble. But let's jump into the first one. First things first, growth takes time. When I first started on YouTube, I had to tell myself, slow motion is better than no motion. It doesn't matter if one video gets 5 or 10 views. It doesn't matter if you work really hard on a video and all of a sudden you didn't get the results. I just think it just takes time. You're getting an understanding on how to create, what works best for you. But to be honest with you, if I would have never pushed forward, like I look back at where I am today, last year I had like 300 subscribers on the channel, and I'm still thankful for everybody who watches my content. I'm still thankful for everybody in the comment section. I'm still thankful, but it takes time. You never know. You may make a video today and then a year later you may be at 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. Who knows? It just takes time. It takes time understanding where you are. It takes time understanding the type of gear you use. It takes time understanding how you want to create videos or what you want to do or where you want to film them. It all takes time. It's not going to happen right away. And I realize that now, that if I'm just making the videos purely out of enjoyment of the craft, creating content in general, connecting with people, getting better. Like I've never been so happier. And look back at my older videos. I've never been so happier how I'm able to talk to the camera. Before I was scared. I was scared to record. Sometimes I would do multiple takes. Sometimes I would record videos, start, and then completely stop. I would just completely stop making my video. I'll just, put it in the recycling bin. I got tons of footage that last year that I've held on to because I was afraid of what people would think and how my voice sounded on camera and stuff like that, or how my voice sounded on the mic rather. Like, I'm telling you, it takes time, but don't let up. You know what I'm saying? You have a unique style and people want to see that. And if you continue to be consistent, people will align with you. You'll find your audience, you'll find your community, you'll find your tribe who wants to be around. And I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and that's all right. That's why there's different flavors of ice cream like chocolate and vanilla. Let's move on to the next one, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Now, the next one is don't overthink your niche, right? There's going to be, you have to test ideas that work. Like sometimes I like to do videos outside. Sometimes I want to be in a more of intimate space where I'm like in the car. Like you have to test what works for you. And I think some people may not want to be in the car or at home. Some people may want to vlog outside. Try those things. Try doing videos on financial advice. Try videos on cooking. Try videos on things that you really have interest in. But try to do things differently because that's the only way you're going to get the feedback and that data from what people may or like or not dislike. Try different thumbnails. I think the biggest thing is trying in general. Because if you don't try and you take the fact that you think other people may not like what you do or on camera, that's gonna get you in a space where you're not gonna want to create in general. I think the most important thing is giving this a try and attempting at things that you really enjoy. Because I know eventually you may want to create more and you don't want it to feel like work. I kind of stutter over that because it's like I don't want you to feel like this is work. You want to just create the content the way you want. You want to enjoy it. You want to be able to say, I'm turning on my camera because I'm excited to make a video. That's how I feel. I get excited around the idea that I'm going to connect with you. I'm going to make this video and I'm going to be talking directly to you. I want you to understand. Do what you like, but also try different things. Be experimental. Try doing things that you never done before. I can't explain it, but it's like this personally. I can't teach you this, but I want you to know you have something that really turns that spark on, that lights up the room, that makes you feel like compelled to want to do it every single day or even making a business. Let's move on to the next one, y'all. This is important to me because these are the things that I think about daily, and these are the things that kind of got me out of my own way. I used to be in my way when it came to creating content. I would kind of say, oh, it's not going to work. They may not like the fact that I got the notes. They may not like the fact that I'm in the car all the time, or they may not like the fact that no, do it because you want to. All right, let's move on to the next one, y'all. And let me tell you something. I like gear. I like cameras. I like phones. I like all these things, but you have to invest in yourself. Invest in, for example, I'm working on getting better at talking to the camera and public speaking. So I decided to myself, I'm going to practice this over and over. I'm going to consume content around being articulate on camera or being articulate in general. This is something you should do. Invest time into practicing talking to the camera. Invest time into understanding how to use editing software. Invest time into understanding how a camera actually works. Invest time into engaging with your audience. Invest time in yourself, and it will pay you back dividends. This is how I've approached YouTube, and and another topic I'm gonna cover in this video. I'm gonna break that down a little bit more. But you got to understand something. Invest in yourself. You know, have a positive attitude. I'm telling you, I always say this: change your attitude, it will change your altitude. If you start to believe in yourself, you'll continue to make videos. You'll continue to get consistent. You'll get better at talking to the camera. You'll get better at this whole idea of what you want to do on YouTube. You'll create businesses around yourself. YouTube is like, it's like the storefront and the advertisement and how you do things. But what it can lead to, even without monetization, is tremendous. You can do so much. You don't have to be monetized to make money on YouTube. You got to remember, if you have a brand, if you create a clothing line, if you create things, you can link it in your YouTube description and people can find it. You know what I'm saying? There's tons of ideas, but invest in yourself. Invest in those attributes that will help you in those shortcomings that you feel personally. I think what I told myself last year, I'm going to make a video as much as make videos as much as I can, so that way I can get better at talking, get better at presenting, get better at showing up, and I could list these things on, and this is a personal journey for me, not something that I personally thought that, how can I say this? This was a personal journey for me for improvement. I wanted to be consistent at something, because in my life, I would try things. I would say I would give up. And I want to be more consistent at tons of things. And this is an overall life journey for me. So it's kind of hits home. So I want you to understand that there's a lot of that goes into this. And the fact that you're here it really means a lot. In short, I don't want to get too sentimental, but I really appreciate every single one of y'all. Like, at one point I was scared. I was scared to create content. I was scared that people would judge me. I was scared like my own friends and family may not believe in me, because this is something I wanted to do. But now that I've been consistent, I found this sense of community, this sense of urgency, this sense of commitment to continue to do what I do on here. And I'm really thankful. All right, y'all. Let's move on to the next one. That one is a big one for me. Investing in yourself is huge. Now, the next one is treat YouTube like a business. Now, this one is huge because listen to me very closely. You this is huge. You want to monetize outside of YouTube. Now, I know y'all have different ideas, different brands, different things you want to do, different things that you want to put out in the world, whether it's creating clothing lines, a website, you want to help people, you want to talk about your journey, you want to travel the world, you want to change your family tree. Maybe you want to save for retirement, or maybe you want to just you want to create content. You always want to be on the camera like me. I'm telling you, you can start by creating services and products that you offer, obviously with integrity, but you can do all these things now. You don't have to have 150. You can have one subscriber and you can start building a brand, building your storefront, your banner, your homepage, a channel trailer. You can start offering services. You can start whatever services you do now. Maybe you do hair and you offer that service. You can start showing those services and sharing those services. And you don't have to have, the trick is you don't have to have the monetization. You can drop links for your products and services now. Don't wait till, and this is one thing I regret, don't wait till you're monetized and you want to get a website going, right? That's one thing that I want to do. I want to get a website going so that way my people who have interest in what I offer can just click on it and look for it. Start doing that now. Implement it today. Don't wait. Start planning that now. I that's one of my regrets. That's one of my biggest regrets. And do me a favor, y'all. If you made it this far in the video, drop a like on the video, subscribe. We are close. We are so close to 9,000 subscribers, man. I'm telling you, if it wasn't for y'all, man, I wouldn't be here today. And it's crazy. Last March, I was at 300 subscribers, and look where we are today. It's literally because of you. The fact that you're doing what you're doing, showing up for me and supporting the brand, it really means a lot. Drop a like. Let's move on to the next one. I appreciate you. You go to for real. The next one is huge. Consistency. You know what I'm saying? Like consistency. Showing up daily builds momentum. I can't explain it. You if you do one video a week, and you start, let's say for instance, you get the confidence, you start doing 2 videos a week, 3 videos a week, or even if you just do 1 video a month, that's consistency. Consistency is what you think of it. And the thing is, you have to, and people trust you, right? Once they subscribe, they expect you to be consistent. But the consistency has got me better at talking to the camera. The consistency has got me comfortable being myself on camera. The consistency has got me being creative. Consistency has got me believing in myself, and it's provided confidence outside of YouTube. Consistency's got me so far. It's helped me feel comfortable when I have meetings at work. It's had me confident feeling it. It has got me confident feeling comfortable in interviews for jobs. It's got me confident talking in public, and that was my goal. But you can build it into so much more. You can hit those 1,000 subscribers, hit those watch hours, hit whatever it is that you want. Consistency can provide what you want. Consistency is what you say it is, right? It's not letting you down. It's not letting your audience down. It's not letting your family down. Consistency is so important, and I hear every single YouTuber talk about it. However, it is very true. Some people may think it's a joke. Some people may think it's just like a clickbaity cringe thing to say, but it's the truth. I'm living proof that consistency will garnish so much change in your life. You know, I'm going to tell you this again. Slow motion is better than no motion. You made 1 video once a week for 1 year. That's 52 videos, right? 1 year, 52 videos. I did 200 videos last year alone, and it has changed me. It has changed how I do this. It has changed my confidence. Before, if I made a mistake, I made tons of mistakes in this video. The old me will want to start doing the video over. It would make me, it would hit me cancel the record button and do the whole thing over because I didn't want to edit. And even then, I would pause for a few minutes, and then I would have to clip out almost a whole minute to get myself going again. Consistency can do so much for you. It has made me comfortable with myself and who I am. Not trying to pretend to be something I'm not. Like there's a truck backing up. The old me would say, "Oh, I gotta edit this out," because no, if you feel what you feel in a video, you shouldn't have to. Authenticity is so real. You shouldn't have to feel to edit it out. And I know there's gonna be times in places like when you're reviewing products, you want the video to be perfect or as close to as possible because obviously people want to get the understanding of the product. But there's a time and place for that right now. When you're growing and you're starting out, don't regret those mistakes. I don't regret any of those mistakes. I just leave them. I used to say a lot. I used to have to correct. There's so many things that have been roadblocks. Now I don't let them get in the way. I just embrace the mistakes. It's all right. And the next one, let's move on to the next one, y'all. The next one is the perfect hook, right? The perfect hook. When you clicked on this video, the first thing I said is, in this video, that's my thing. And this video, I'm going to talk to you about how I feel in this video. Find a hook, perfect the hook, because that's the first 30 seconds of the video is the most important thing. That's why I always talk about what I'm talking about in the video. That's why I'm always straight up about using the notes in my phone. That's why I do those things. That's my little niche. I want people to know what they're getting when they click on the video, and I also want them to be I want to be transparent and let them know that I'm going to be reading from notes. My videos are completely unscripted, but I want to be transparent that I have bullet points to keep myself organized. Find something that you can do that makes you comfortable in the first 30 seconds. Just get right to the point, right? Building that was my regret. I didn't have like a baseline on how to get started in the video. And then over time I gained that, and I was like, that's my thing. I'm going to do it every single time. And just like at the end of the video, I always tell people to take care of themselves, right? Because I mean it, checking on family, checking on loved ones, checking on friends. The beginning and the end are 2 things that align with who I am and what I really mean. And I want you to find something that works best for you. You know, something that's real. Something if your friends or your family members click on the video and they see it, they know that that's you, because authenticity will will trump something that's fake. All right, let's move on to the next one, y'all. And this last one is huge, man. And I listen, I'm a gearhead. I want y'all to understand, gear does not matter. And I talk about this all the time. Gear does not matter. It doesn't matter what camera you have. The lighting is so important. How you light your space is more important than anything. If you film indoors, focus on getting better lights and better audio. But long story short, you can film in a quiet truck. If people hear your background, that's ambient noise. It's not a big deal, you know. But don't spend all this money on gear and you haven't practiced talking on a camera. I had to tell myself, like, I'm gonna use my phone to I say to myself, I'm really serious about creating on YouTube. I'm gonna use my phone till I really can afford to go buy a camera. And because some people can't afford to buy these $600, $700, $800 cameras. They're so expensive. But your phone is something that everyone has a phone. You need a phone to do things with work. You need a phone to create businesses. You need a phone to receive codes to verify yourself when you're signing into your email. Focus on that. That phone is so professional. These engineers, they spend years and years trying to engineer a camera that is capable of beating a Sony camera. Focus on that. The gear does not matter. Start as you are. Start with what you have. You have a voice. You have an idea. You have a passion. Start with that. Those are things that matter. Not, the DJI Pocket 3s, the DJI Actions of the world, and the Sony cameras, the Nikons, the Canons. Those don't matter. Your voice, your passion, your consistency, those are the things that matter. And if you lean on all these things, you won't have any regret, as I did in the beginning. Trust me. Do these things, y'all. You can, you will, and you must keep going. Do me a favor. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe. Appreciate y'all. We're almost hitting 9,000 subscribers. It means the world. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Peace.